Hi everyone, Laurie Blomer here with this week's cards for spiritual reflection and spiritual inspiration. I'm a day late. I am doing this on Monday, June 26th, and that's because we had a family celebration this weekend. Somebody got married, we had family come into town, and it was just a really, really nice weekend, and I hope you all had a nice weekend as well. But family first, I wanted to be able to devote that time to them, and right now I'm ready to devote my time to you. So I'm going to pull two cards. The deck that I'm pulling from is one I've used before. It's Sonia Choquette's Soul Lessons and Soul Purpose deck. This is the one I lovingly call the Tough Love deck because as the graphics are simple, the messages are simple, and the messages are simple and direct. And I really do think when it comes to, if it's soul lessons and soul purpose, then it's generally not the light, fluffy stuff. We're here to do heavy lifting on this planet, to learn, experience, and blah, blah, blah. So my intent as I'm shuffling the cards today, as it always is to pull a card or two for spiritual reflection and spiritual inspiration. Something to focus on for the week, something to be aware of, somebody to think in that. So in our context of our actions, in the context of events, our relationships, and so on, we can reflect back on these cards and say, how can we further our work here as spiritual beings and further our spiritual growth? So I'm going to get ready to pull a couple of cards here. Again, I focus on my intention and I just shuffle until it feels ready. So I always do a couple pulls from the middle just because it's what I do. All right, our first card is going to be, what do we need to know? And it may say it all. If I need a clarifier, I'll pull a second card. All right, so I think one more. And that feels right. Okay, here we go. I'm going to pull the one that my thumb is on. It's this one. Raise your vibration. I think this is a really beautiful message, and I don't know that we even need any other cards to be pulled with this one. I love the fact that there's an image of hands here. Hands is a metaphor for all kinds of things. And you'll notice that these hands have some injury to them. There's band-aids on them. There's a little wrap there. And I love the message. To me means, well, again, we're on the plane of heavy lifting. There are aches and pains that go with that. I think of going to the gym, for example, which I'm dressed for. The resistance, when we work with weights and how they build muscle. And the action of what happens in our body is it actually creates these micro tears in our muscle. And our body heals them, and as a result becomes stronger. So I think there are a few things for me. First of all, that we're doing work here, and that work is helping us grow. Raising your vibration means learning to coexist with the difficulties of life and to a degree transcend them and come to a loving acceptance of them, including forgiving the people that might have created those lumps, bumps, bandages, cuts, and so on. And I also think it means being loving towards ourselves, and especially when we need healing. And that we do healing within ourselves, but those hands are turned upwards, and they're both sort of, I look at the direction of the energy movement as going both ways. That we lift up to the non-physical realms, for example, to spirit, to the divine, to the creator, to our spirit guides, whoever you work with, for help and inspiration and assistance in our healing. But it looks like it's also potentially coming downwards too. But as we reach out for help, that help returns to us. So I just think it's there's a whole lot to glean from this. And I'm not sure, again, that I really need to add anything else to this, because I trust that you were going to add your own to it. But the idea is saying, what can I do in spite of my struggles, troubles, the daily grind, and so on, to raise my vibration? And I got this great inspiration from my nephew. I was talking to him this morning before they got on the road to head back home. And he was saying, I was saying to my cousin that, you have struggles in life, but you just got to press on. You just got to press on. And it can be difficult, but nothing's going to last forever, and you just keep going. And he said it with such enthusiasm and such a purity of heart that I was like, yeah. So this kind of reminds me of that. You press on. You ask for help. You're evolving. Trust that in doing the work, you're continuing to evolve and grow as a person. And, ask for help with healing as well. So anyway, simple message for this week, but I think it's a really beautiful one and a universal one. And interestingly, out of the Tough Love deck, this is a really loving one. It is a call to action, to do what we need to do, to heal, to help, to ask for help, and to coexist with our little war wounds that we gather along the way. But in raising your vibration, it means don't stay in a negative place. It's literally what it means. Don't get trapped in anxiety. Don't get trapped in frustration. Don't get trapped in anger. And someone once famously said to me, you don't want to set up a zip code there. We have those moments of frustration, anxiety, fear, sadness, all those things, but don't live there. And if you need help getting out of it, don't be afraid to ask for help. So there you go. Your message for the week is a simple one. I hope you enjoy it. Would love to hear how your week goes for you. If I can be of any assistance to you one-on-one, I'd love to. Again, Laurie Blomer. My website's laurieblomer.com. My email address is laurieblomerpsychic@gmail.com. Would love to work with you. And I hope you have a wonderful, inspired week of raising up your vibration. Thanks for watching.